what you got. Oh, I can't see tomorrow. Gotta live, try to get a little wiggle room, the rest don't stop. Quid pro quo, I need the best y'all got. Tryna make a dollar, flip it like it's vinyl. Tryna make a way. What's it worth to you if the price too high? Quid pro quo, I need the best y'all got. Give me your best. I won't say nothing less, cause I'm giving you 100. How you always leaving me with nothing? I'm not impressed. It's gonna take more than this, cause I'm giving you 100. And I don't even know if I can trust you for nothing.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to March the 29th, March the 30th. Holy smoke, it's March the 30th. Welcome to Thursday. What a great morning. Glad you guys are up with us. Looking forward to an awesome day. Good morning, Anthony and Vanessa and Jessica and Facebook user probably from the nation. Good morning. Y'all, what a great day yesterday. Got some new swag. Got a Pamelia golf shirt, and played golf yesterday with some great dudes. Good morning, Kristen and Cynthia and Anne Marie. Good morning, everybody. Who is Facebook user number one who's in the door first? I don't see that. Let's look here. Must be somebody from the nation that's with us this morning. But good morning from Cabo. Good morning from Los Cabos, Mexico. We are on day 3 of the One Big Fire Brent Gove event. We are absolutely loving this event, y'all. I just can't begin to tell you. Isn't it amazing how the right thing happens at the right time? And isn't it amazing how you get exactly what you need when exactly you need it? I mean, it happens so many times. It happens in life all the time. And I put this in the bottom of the scroller this morning. There's no stress in the universe. There are only humans thinking stressful thoughts. And so many times we think stressful thoughts because we have these expectations. We're tied to something that we believe should happen. And when it doesn't happen in our human timing, when it doesn't happen when we believe it ought to happen, we get all stressed out. And y'all, the universe and nature and the world and everything around us doesn't stress. It's us putting our stressful thoughts on things that make it stressful. It's just, to me this morning, it's just amazing that the right thing happens at the right time. We get the right thing when we need it. And I promise you, from a selfishly Aaron Dwyer point of view, I'm getting exactly what I needed when I needed it, and it is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to apologize. Today is Thursday. Today's the day where we should have a special guest. I could not get any takers in Cabo to get up at 3 in the morning. It's amazing that I go to the beach for my meditation after we get off this call, and I'm just taking advantage of this beauty that's down here and just enjoying everything that God's created. And I go on the beach, and amazingly, I'm the only one on the beach at 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning. So, cheers. So day three, y'all, was a lot more about process. Yesterday was a lot more about process. I'm going to share some of that with you. I'm going to share some of the things with you kind of at the end of the call to go through this day. But let's get rocking. Well, today's Thursday, so I don't have to do the big introduction. Y'all know who I am. And this is really just for us and the nation. So I will. Well, the nation's on here, so we'll let them have about 15 minutes, then we'll get them off here, and it'll just be us, the collective. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit about. Well, let's just do this. Good morning. My name's Aaron Dwyer. Most of you know that, but my wife Christy Dwyer and I started a company called Exit Realty Lake Country, and we started that company because we wanted our agents. We wanted our agents, the agents that we had a chance to come in contact with. We wanted to find a way to help them be the best versions of themselves. We do believe that we have the ability to help people find that special thing inside of them, become the best version of themselves, and subsequently be a better real estate agent because of that. And so we work every single day to get on this call Monday through Friday, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, to share some love, some laughs, some fun with our agents to help them get off to a good start, help them have a great morning. We're really huge proponents of morning routines, and we want everybody to, all of our agents, to have a fantastic bulletproof morning routine, because we know if we can have a fantastic morning, we've got an exponentially great chance of having a fantastic day. And if we can string enough fantastic days together, we can have a fantastic life. So that's what we're all looking for, man. We're looking for that stepping in the right direction, stepping in the direction of our dreams, stepping in the direction of our purpose and our greatness. And that's why we're here. So good morning and welcome. You guys know the drill. If you're with us this morning, good morning, Teal. Let me know you're here by just a good morning. If you are on the Drive Reach Gain Nation and you're watching us this morning for a little bit, I wish you'd say good morning, but have your name out there to the side, because sometimes those names don't always come back on the comments, and I don't know who's watching. So if you're watching us on the Drive Reach Gain Nation, if you're watching us on YouTube, please put your name in there. If you're watching this later, then thank you for taking a look. If you do watch us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So there you go. Let's get rocking. So day three, y'all. Day three is today. Day two is a day full of introductions and new friends and meeting people, and Christy and I talked about this. Maybe she mentioned it yesterday, but it's been a long time since. Good morning, Adam. It's been a long time since I didn't know just about everybody in the room. It's been a long time since I sat at a table and don't have 20 people come sitting at the table with us because they just want to come talk and hang out. This is a new feeling for me, but it's fantastic, because what it's doing is it's getting me out of my comfort zone. Y'all may not know this, but I'm a DIC, but I'm a lot more introvert than I am extrovert many times. I know it's hard to believe. When I get very comfortable in a situation, that I'm very good talking, I'm very good not shutting up. But in situations where I may not necessarily know everybody in the room, I am fairly introverted. That's why Christy's so good for me, because she's not introverted at all. And that's why we're a pretty good team, because she'll get out and talk, and she'll get out and have conversations and introduce us to people. So we're making lots and lots and lots of introductions. And the cool thing that I have found about this group, about this organization, about the people that are here, that are all in, again, just as a reminder, this is one man's organization. This is Brent Gove's event. This is Brent Gove's organization. Good morning, Casey. This is his organization that's here. These are his people that are here. These are all people inside his organization that he's built over the last 5 years. 5 years. Think about this. In the last 60 months, he's built this. In the last 60 months, he came over with 18 agents to this company, and the love that he shares and the heart that he shares, and him just being him. Robin Mann, Anthony, I'll go try to reach Robin Mann. I don't know where. Send her my number. Anthony, send Robin Mann our number. Send her my number. Send her Christy's number, and have Robin text us, because there's probably 1,800 people here. So if you'll text her, matter of fact, you put that out there in the universe, Anthony, she's probably going to show up, and we'll probably be behind her at breakfast this morning. But send her our numbers, Anthony, and we'll make sure that we reach out and say hello. The thing that's amazing to me, and I want to, send her my number, because if you send her Christy's number, she's not going to reach Christy. That's funny, Maggie. If it, so let's talk about this. So it's funny because I mentioned this, and the word that I wanted to talk about this morning, just in the beginning of our call, because we do have the nation here, we do have some other people here, is the power of process, the power of the process. We all want to focus on the results. I talked about some of this on Tuesday, I believe, in the fact that we all want to be Michael Jordan, but we just don't want to do what Michael Jordan did. We all want our name in lights and have Michael Jordan type results, but we just don't want to do the work that Michael Jordan did. We all want to be a beast until it comes time to do what beasts do. We all want to be champions until it comes time to do what champions have to do. This call is a perfect example, and I am not in any way, shape, or form tooting my own horn. But getting up at 3 in the morning, getting up at 3:30 in the morning to be on a call, 5 days a week with you guys is something as simple as that. It's not necessarily easy, but I will say it's worth it because the results that these words give you, what you take from this call, because it's 6:30 where you are, it's 3:30 where we are, but you take these words that I say, and either they're just my words and they're just things that I say and things from my heart. Sometimes those words resonate with you. I Yesterday morning's call, man, we got text messages from 4 or 5 different agents talking about how much yesterday's call resonated with you, and about how much yesterday that call just it hit you in your heart. And I it's mind blowing to me the words that come out of my mouth would impact anybody that way, and then words coming out of our mouth, Christy and I's mouth, would impact anybody that way. But it's certainly fantastic that it did. So I want to talk about process today, because one of the things I wrote yesterday on my notepad was process. Process is not a one-time event, and the power is not in the process, or the power is not in the results. The power is not in the end. The power is in the how you get to it. Sean Swarner talked about this a few weeks ago. It's not in the summit that you the summit doesn't provide the strength. The summit is just the culmination. The summit is just the end. Good morning, Michelle. The summit is just the pivot. When you get to the summit, now you got to make the decision to go down. But it's going from the valley to the summit that the strength is gained. It's going from the valley to the summit that the power is gained. It's going from the valley to the summit that confidence is gained. It's the process that creates the confidence. So many of us get wrapped up in the results. So many of us get wrapped up in once I have this, and once I achieve this, and once I get married, or once I have this much money, or once I drive this kind of car, or once I do this many transactions, or once I do this or that or the other thing. And we're sitting here in Cabo, Los Cabos, Mexico, and probably arguably, I thought Puerto Rico was pretty. Cabo's pretty spectacular. Puerto Rico's pretty spectacular. Cabo's pretty spectacular. In the last month, I have been to 2 places I've never been in my life. Both places off the mainland of the United States. Both places, some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever. If I could show you, I got to play golf yesterday, y'all. Yesterday afternoon, and just to show you the caliber of people that are in this organization, I played golf with the number one in my cart. His name is Tom Daves, Daves, and Tom Daves was for 7 years 7 years, 7 times, the number one Keller Williams agent in the world. Not in the not in the Southeast, not in California, not in the West, not in the United States. He was the number one Keller Williams agent in the world for 7 straight years. And he and I played golf together, rode in the same golf cart yesterday, and just he's just a dude, just a guy, just as humble, sweet, kind. I mean, this guy's rubbing elbows with Barbara Corcoran. This guy's rubbing elbows with some of the biggest of the bigs in the real estate industry. And I promise you, when you meet him, you'd never know. You'd never know. This is the power of process. We talked about some of this yesterday, and what made him successful, and what caused him to be who he is, and how he got where he got, and really what was his big thing about coming to EXP. Why did he come here? The power is in the process, y'all. The power is not in the result. The power is not in the award. The awards and the accolades are all fantastic. We all pat ourselves on the back, and we get up on stage, and we get these awards and we get little trophies. And it's like Brent says in his video, you know what? You got a Remax, you got trophies. Do you know how many trophies he can spin now? 0. Do you know what those trophies get him 5 years later? 0. Do you know what all that time at Remax, building building his business, learning how to talk to people, building relationships, going through the process, leaving Remax, going to Keller. Do you know how many awards you had at Keller? I don't know. Do you know how valuable those awards are from Keller Williams? Probably not much. Y'all do know that the KW does have a profit sharing plan, and the number one real estate agent in the world for Keller Williams changed companies. The power is in the process, and what Brent used through that process at Remax, through the process at KW, coming here 5 years ago to build something where he's putting on $2 or $3 million events. This isn't cheap. This they have spared no expense at this joint. This thing is big time, and this is one guy's organization. The power is in the process. The power is not in the results. But so many of us get so bogged down in wanting to have the end result. We get so bogged down in wanting to achieve the listing or get the buyer thing signed or get to the closing table that we forget that all the things that we're doing in the meantime are training us, preparing us. They're building us, they're edifying us, they're creating for us value in that process and our strength and our muscles. We're learning how to talk, we're learning how to communicate, we're learning how to relate to other people. We're learning how to read other people's emotions. We're learning how to be the best version of ourselves in the process. I played golf yesterday and I played absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. My results were awful. And it was a challenge because I was out and playing on a golf course that probably is one of the prettiest golf courses I've ever played on. It was up against the Pacific Ocean. It was desert golf and mountains and the Pacific Ocean. The vistas were unbelievable. The real estate around the golf course was unbelievable. It was just gorgeous. And I got so hung up on my results because I was playing so bad that I had to stop myself and to look around and to pay attention and have conversations in the car because I got so absorbed in being mad at me. I got so absorbed in my lack of results that I wasn't engaged in the conversations with Tom. I wasn't engaged, and I was in this close proximity to someone who was the number one real estate agent in the entire world for another company. And I just didn't, and I wasn't soaking up that conversation as much as I should. I wasn't soaking up the conversation and the wisdom and all the things that this guy beside me, I mean, literally, we're sharing sweat and stink together. And I'm not absorbing all the things, all the wisdom that Tom Daves has. I wasn't absorbing it because I was so wrapped up in my results. I was so wrapped up in the fact that I wasn't scoring and I wasn't making the hole or the score in the hole that I wanted to make that I shut off my ability to listen. Because Christy asked me, "What y'all talk about?" And then think about it this morning. We talked about a lot of we talked about our families and showed pictures of our families and kids and how you got here and how you got there and what happened here and what happened there. But I had 4.5, 5 hours with him just to talk and pick his brain. And I missed the mark. I missed the chance. And so many of us get so wrapped up in our results that we miss our chance. We miss the chance to grow in the process. We miss the chance to gain information in the process because we get so wrapped up in the results. Y'all, results are about our ego. You know that? Our results are ego driven. You getting a trophy or me getting accolades or me beating these guys on the golf course or me not scoring well or me scoring well and me being upset because I'm not playing well or me being upset because I'm not scoring well. I can't do this or I can't do that. That's all my ego. That's all results based. When in fact I should be paying attention to the information that I'm given and the process that I'm there and I'm enjoying. I'm at this golf course. It's beautiful. I'm playing golf against the Pacific Ocean. I can look out and see the ocean. I mean, I can show you some pictures, y'all. There's sometimes I just looked. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is unreal. And there were times that I stopped and did it. And I think that the fact that I did play so bad and the fact that I did score so bad was sort of evened out by the fact that it was absolutely beautiful on that golf course. Trust the process. 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 Let the results be what the results are going to be. Stop trying to control what you can't control. We cause ourselves so much stress. We cause ourselves so much anxiety by trying to control things we have no control over. Y'all, this is a shifting market. The things are different now. I mean, that's what we're hearing. That's what we're seeing. You're feeling it right now. It's not as easy as it was last year. It's not as easy in the real estate business as it was 2 years ago. We can't just walk out our door and people throw real estate deals at us like they were last year and the year before. We can't just drive to McDonald's and get 2 listings like we were 2 years ago, last year. It is a different market. This real estate market is for those agents who are professionals. This real estate market is for those who are willing to work on their craft and do the things that they got to do on a consistent basis. This real estate market, it is leveling the playing field. One thing that was said yesterday, I'll read this from my notes. that we are all new agents in this market. I don't care if you've been in this. I don't care if you've been in this business 20 years, like we have, or you've been in this business 20 minutes, like some of you have. We are all new agents in this market. This is a shifting market. This market is not the same. And so keep in mind that what it's going to take for you to achieve the results that you want to achieve and to reach the goal that you want to reach and to do the things that you can do. It's all possible. We heard yesterday there are guys that are absolutely killing it. I mean, we talked, there was a guy on a panel yesterday that they had the best March they've ever had. But what he did is he went back to the basics. He's focusing on his follow up. He's focusing on his funnels. He's focusing on his leads. He said they generated 100 listings. His team generated 100 listing appointments. And I want to say it was a day, but it might have been a week. It was a short, very, very short period of time. But he put every one of his agents in a contest to see how many listing appointments they could generate in a certain period of time. They didn't go out and find new leads. They went to every lead in their database, and they went back to every lead in their database and started following up. Y'all, the process, 8 to 15 touches, going for no's as fast as you can go for no's. If somebody's telling you, I don't know, if somebody's telling you 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, we're thinking about it. If we could do this, we could do that. You've got to get them back on the phone. You've got to get them back on the phone, not a text message, not an email. Preferably get an appointment, see them face to face. Hey, can we talk? Can we get together? Can I take you to lunch? Can we go have a cup of coffee? It's a different market. Everybody's feeling the pressure. The power is in the process. The power is not in the results. The results are what you get when you go through the process. The results are the end product of you staying focused, staying plugged in, doing the things you've got to do, going through your everyday tasks, have your morning routine. Something that Aaron and Christy heard yesterday or 2 days ago is something we've got to do. And I promise you, I'm working to get this implemented. But we know one of our challenges, and I think this may be the blind spot that we've had is raise your hand if we are predictable. You know, raise your hand if you believe Aaron and Christy are predictable. I think there are some things that we are predictable. There are some things that we do well that you can kind of count on. But I think for the most part, we are fairly unpredictable. And I think everybody likes predictability. I think everybody likes to have a predictable process. So that's something that we're working on. That's something that we're trying to implement and make sure we're better at, is to give you guys a predictable process. Christy shared something on the with I think the nation, or not the nation, with on the agent page or agent text thread. We'll make sure we get that out to everybody in an email here soon. But it's another guy that I played with yesterday, Matthew, and I don't remember Matthew's last name, but Christy sent a text message yesterday, and he has a whole process where he gets out and he has a routine where he helps you. He does calls. He zooms his prospecting calls. He zooms his calls and allows everybody to hear his calls. He allows everybody to hear what he does, but at the same time, because he does it every single day, or however many days a week he does it, it gives him a level of accountability with himself. You guys, that people who are listening, provide some accountability to him, and allows that accountability process. It keeps him in check. It keeps him on the right path. So that's something that I'm looking at implementing. Something we're looking at doing is creating that process. So I'm going to let go. I'm going to let the nation go. So I'm going to let nation. Thanks for being with us again. The process, the power's in the process. The power's not in the results. You got to keep that result in your mind. You got to keep that goal in your mind. You got to have a target. You have to have something that you're shooting for. Don't mishear me. You got to have a target. You got to have a destination. You have to have a plot on the map that you're going to. You got to have a destination programmed in your phone. But the joy of the journey is not getting there. The joy of the journey are the conversations on the road trip. The joy in the journey is stopping at Bucky's. The joy in the journey is seeing the sights along the way. The joy is in the journey. The joy is not in the results. The power's in the process, y'all. And what results require, what champions require, what a champion mindset requires is that you do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. You do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning is not what I'd rather do. I would rather stay in the bed with my wife. I would rather stay right there in the bed. As a matter of fact, when the alarm went off this morning at 3, I thought, you know what? I am super tired. I am super tired this morning. This would be a good morning to sleep in. But I can't. You know why I can't? Because that's not what champions do. Do you know why I can't? Because you guys mean too much to me. Do you know why I can't? Because this call means more to you than it does to me. But making you better means the most to me. So I get up. I get up and do this thing. The power is in the process. The power in the conversations. The power is in the conversation that I had with Tom Dave yesterday. Wishing I would have had more of a conversation with Tom Dave yesterday. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I mean, I'm in the golf cart with the number one 7 years running Keller Williams agent in the world. Do you not think he would have some real estate insights? I mean, I literally feel like smacking myself in the head right now. That dude would have some nuggets, nuggets. And I missed my chance because I was so wrapped up in my ego. I was so wrapped up in my score. I was so wrapped up in Aaron that I didn't pay attention to Tom. And that sucks because I'll never get that 4 hours with Tom Daves back. Never get that time back with him. That really stings. All right, we're going to let the nation go. Exit Realty Lake Country agents. Y'all hang tight. I'm not going to turn y'all off, so y'all hang tight. Nation, we love y'all. Take care. Have an awesome Thursday. Agents of Exit Realty Lake, the collective, y'all hang tight. Let's see. I just got to make sure I take off the right one. So we'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of that one.